the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we are here at Talladega with the OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Series. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I am your host. My name is KR Stolvas. Dave in the cave, not able to join me here tonight. We hope to see him back next week. Hope you all had a great break. I know I did. I'm ready to get back into some great super speedway racing like we'll see here tonight. Qualifying is underway right now. Adam Kilday on top of the leaderboard with a quick time at 54.48. Dustin Logston into second with a 54.48 as well. Track has gone quiet here in the final minute of qualifying. So we will step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our drivers are on the grid. That means it is time to get ready to go racing. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's event. On the front row with a quick time of 54.484, that is Adam Kilday in the 85. To his outside, the 81 of Dustin Logston. Logan Helton and Anthony English going to make up row number 2. Row 3 is Jeff Crosby Jr. and Sean McCara. Row number 4, Eric Laurie and Kenny Reel. Row 5 going to be Gabe Butler and Zach Workman. Row number 6 going to be made up of Jeff Crosby Sr. and Nate Warren. Dave Hunt and Zach Fritsch make up row number 7. Row number 8 going to be Richard Kuhn and Shane Ward. Row 9, Peter DeBorgia and David Overstreet. Row number 10, Steve Rada and Mark Mann. Moving on to row 11, we'll have Robert DuPont and Dan Harrington. Row 12 will be Andy Brigante and Lynn McNeese. And Adam Strom not making the call to the grid. We'll see if he can get out there. He is our 25th starting spot here tonight. It's 25 cars to take the green flag. YouTube chat chiming in. How you guys doing? We got a vote for Kenny Reel here tonight. Pace car down and away. Here we go, the field for the first time looking for the green flag. And away we go. Adam Kilday side by side with Dustin Logston. Kilday in the 85 has the advantage down the backstretch. And our first yellow flag of the night coming out. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. Robert DuPont already in trouble. Steve Rada and Robert DuPont getting together to bring out this yellow flag. Zach Workman getting a piece of it. Gabe Butler involved. It looks like just a bump gone wrong. Take one last look at it here. Peter DeBorgia slowing down. Everyone making their way on to pit road. Logan Helton stays out. Anthony English drives through pit lane. Everyone else coming down for a splash of fuel. Eric W. wants to know if they have any fast repairs, and the answer is yes. They have one fast repair. Got a root and tootin' cheer for the 33. Maxine chiming in as well. They have a great first race of the year. So Logan Helton, the only driver who did not come down pit road. Everyone else came down pit road. Anthony English did not stop in his box. Gabe Butler, Zach Workman, Zach Fritsch, David Overstreet, Steve Rada, and Robert DuPont still sitting on pit road, being serviced by their crews. Anthony English looks like he's going to peel off for pit road, and everyone else kind of staying out. We have a few towards the back who are going to top off their fuel tank. Our first yellow flag of the night coming in our opening lap down the backstretch. So the field's stacked up 2 by 2, side by side. Let's take this moment and look at our point standings as they come into tonight's race. Peter DeBorgia sitting on top of the win category. Anthony English has a win. Zach Workman, Vicente Guerrero, Logan Helton, Lynn McNeese, all with wins so far this season. Gabe Butler is leading the points overall, but in a win and you're in situation. Gabe Butler has plenty of points to get in if this continues on for him, with or without a win. But Gabe Butler, one of our more dominant cars, he's one of 2 drivers that have multiple stage wins. Butler sitting at 4 stage wins so far this season. Zach Workman, the only driver to join him with multiple stage wins. But here we go. Pace car down and away once again. We're going to take a look at the points some more later on. Make sure you guys are cheering loudly and often for your favorite drivers. As here we go. Green flag is back out for the Dega 250. Logan Helton going to get a good jump. Dustin Logston trying to get to his back bumper. Adam Kilday in the 85 down on the yellow stripe. He has the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. on his back bumper. Now Crosby Jr. surging to the race lead. We'll see if he can hold on to it at the line and get credited with leading that lap. Down through the tri-oval. At the line, Adam Kilday gonna lead the lap. Looks like Robert DuPont has pulled that car behind the wall. Early crash and an early exit for the 126. Kilday is our race leader, and Logan Helton trying to wrestle it away from him. 71 goes spinning down to the infield. Yellow flag comes out. Dave Hunt pointed the wrong way. Jeff Crosby Sr. Sean McCara, all these guys getting involved as our second yellow flag of the night comes out. John McCara got turned. He and Dave Hunt down below the yellow line. McCara bumping into that inside wall. So 4 cars getting into this tussle. Eric W. doing his best to talk as loud as he can. I love it. I love it. Unleash the caps lock. Let's go. You're at a race. Cheer loudly. Cheer often. What it's here for. So we got a few laps in on that green flag run before our second yellow flag came out of the night. While we have this moment, we'll go ahead and talk some more about our point standings. We got our winners at the top. Gabe Butler, 115 points above the cut line. He finds himself without a race win, but multiple stage wins. So Butler, our biggest points earner. Nate Warren, 53 points above the cut line. Richard Kuhn, 43. Is Peter DeBorgia going to win the race off of pit road? Do not believe he stopped in his pit box. But getting closer down to the cut line, David Overstreet just 10 points above Jimmy Reynolds. And you will not see Jimmy Reynolds in this race here tonight. Jimmy having to step away for tonight, hoping to be back next week. Kenny Reel 14 points below the cut line. With lots of cheering from Eric, I believe Kenny Reel can earn 14 points here in this race tonight. But only if Eric cheers loudly and often and can convince the rest of you to cheer for Kenny as well. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think he's got it in him. We'll take a look at our hot drivers. Most points earned in the last 3 races, Vicente Guerrero earning 122 points to his credit. That coming on the back of picking up the win last time we raced back on December 15th. We were off for the 22nd and the 29th, so a 2-week break. Felt a lot longer than that. But Josh Ball earning 119 points. Ball picked up a win on race number 8, December 8th. And then Kenny Reel, 111 points earned in the last 3 races. So Kenny Reel needing to continue this hot streak. As the lights go out on the pace car, quick refresher from what happened last week, or last race, if you will, back on December 15th. Vicente Guerrero picked up the race win. Kenny Reel brought it home second. Josh Ball third. Fourth went to Richard Kuhn and Peter DeBorgia with a top 5 finish. Our stage 1 winner was Sean McCarra in the 71. Our stage 2 winner, Zach Fritsch, in the 12. So lights are out on the pace car. 25 drivers scheduled to start this race. 2 of them are out. Adam Schramm never taking the green flag. Robert DuPont with an early exit on lap 1. Those 2 drivers seemingly out of the race, giving us 23 drivers to settle this one out. All 23 drivers on the lead lap. As the green flag comes back out, we get back into it. Second lane starting to form up a little bit. A lot of drivers down on that inside lane having to serve an end of the longest line penalty. That inside lane full of a lot of drivers. The second lane gonna need some help, and they got it. Dustin Logston moving up. Logston on the outside, getting a push from Eric Laurie. on board with Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15. Rides along behind Nate Warren in the 16. Fastest lap of the race just being turned by Dan Harrington. A 50.171 turned by the 82. Harrington tucked in behind the Batmobile of Mark Mann in the 04. Jeff Crosby Jr. at one point was up at the front of the field, now finds himself in the mix at the back of the pack. And as we're talking about him, he turns the new fast lap at a 49.882. The Jeff Crosby Jr. on the move. Already made up 4 spots in this lap alone, using the third lane with the 39 of Shane Ward. Now we got 4 cars up in the third lane. Zach Workman and Peter DeBorgia going to throw their names up there as well. Dustin Logston in the 81, your race leader. Eric Laurie leading the charge in the second lane, and then Zach Workman in the third lane. Coming around to complete lap 15. And the laps to go here in stage number 1. Nerditude's 81 getting a little bit of a wiggle as the 63 crawled all over the back bumper. And Zach Workman from the top shelf comes all the way down the yellow line to be our new race leader. As the field works 3 wide here at Talladega, lots of room for 3 wide racing action. Talladega a little bit wider, a little bit bigger than Daytona. Tri-Oval really opens up. Check in on a car that has lost the draft. That is the 03 of Steve Rada. Steve in 23rd spot. Hoping to hold on till the end of the stage. Good news is if the field swallows him up, probably be the only car one lap down. As long as he doesn't make contact with anything and get a 0x, he will receive the free pass. Steve Rada soldiering on all by himself. As we got further trouble, yellow flag coming out. This one looks like everyone is still rolling. Lynn McNeese just at the back. We do have one car up in smoke. Eric Laurie in the 071. Heavy damage to that race car. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. It looks like the engine let go of the 071 while he was in the pack. I just punched things up. And the yellow flag being thrown as it looked like it was going to be a much bigger mess. Few takers towards the back of the pack coming down pit lane. Nate Warren, Jeff Crosby Sr., Dave Hunt, Mark Mann, Andy Brigante, all these guys coming down pit road. Lynn McNeese, Steve Rada, Eric Laurie. So Steve Rada getting that caution that he needed. Gonna have some time to work on the damage that he has to his back bumper. Shane Ward scored as our race leader when their third yellow flag came out. Everyone completing their pit stops. So 3 yellow flags here in stage number 1. This most recent one for Eric Laurie popping an engine in the middle of the pack. Lights go out on the pace car. Field gonna stack up 2 by 2 side by side. Next week, we will be at Legacy Daytona track for the Bumpy Road 250. That will be January 12th, race number 11 of our 13 race regular season. Field gonna get back into it as the pace car heads for pit road. But yeah, next week we'll be at the Bumpy Road 250. Then it's back to Talladega, and we end the regular season at Daytona on January 26th. As the green flag comes back out, Dane Ward, Dustin Logston going to lead this field into turn number 1. The Kenny Reel cheering section very loud here tonight. Logan Helton usually has a loud cheering section. We've seen Maxine chiming in. Miss Maxine always one to support Logan Helton in that 63 machine. Did have a few cheers for the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Is the yellow flag going to come out again? We got cars spinning. John McCara not backed into the wall, turned sideways. Dan Harrington sideways. Trouble through turns 1 and 2. Looked like another bad bump. This one coming in the middle of the corner, not in a straightaway. 42 getting turned and collecting a few other cars along the way. that is going to do it for stage number 1. It looks like Zach Workman in the 19, our race leader. Workman possibly going to earn his 3rd stage win here on the season. So with that, we draw a close to the end of stage 1. Zach Workman leads everyone on the pit road, except for Dave Hunt. Dave Hunt has stayed out. Let's see if we can't get a word in with Zach Workman from No Presta, our stage 1 winner. Zach, this is KR up in the booth. How you doing, buddy?
Good now. I'm scared.
You should be scared.
But why? Are you gonna touch me?
Only if you want me to.
See, then I wouldn't be scared though.
Well, it is what it is. Hey man, congratulations on the stage win.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
3 stage wins for the season. This number 19 looking fast out here tonight.
Yeah, so far. We'll see how the night goes, but so far so good.
What's it like out there? We've had 4 yellow flags for stage number 1. Seems like 2 of them have come from just bad pushes.
Oh, what do you think? Just typical Fett. No, I'm kidding. It's a little bit different pushing these cars instead of the trucks, because the trucks you can kind of slam draft, and these cars you gotta be a little nicer. You gotta be a gentleman with these cars. You just can't just slam it open. Yeah,
so
it's just a little bit different, you know. We're getting used to it.
takes a little bit of time transition away from the trucks.
Yeah, so the trucks changed their draft models, like kind of that next gen style kind of thing. So we kind of went back to our roots, something that we're used to doing, like the 2x2 stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, went to the B car, but learning how to redo it again. Also, these guys haven't raced an entire year, so got to get back to used to racing again.
Yeah, having the 2 weeks off in a row for the holidays definitely can feel like a long time away.
Indeed.
All right, Zach. Well, this 19 looking fast here tonight. Got the stage win. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you'd like to add?
I got to shout out my boys in No Presta, Kenny. So yeah, that's about it now. Thomas in there also, he's spotting for Kenny, so that's cool. We had Adam in there earlier, but he's got some motherboard issues, so I don't know, man. It's just me and Kenny rolling the dice and No Presta and keeping the team rolling. So yeah, but shout out OP admins for doing their job, you for watching us go in circles, and Nate Warren for killing me lap 1. So
all right, Zach. Well, man, good luck to you in the rest of this race. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you again.
yeah, hopefully. If not, I'm just gonna force my way in, like you do with the trucks in the drafting and not the Xfinity car. You know, you gotta be gentle. You gotta sweet talker.
All right, well, good luck sweet talking, man. If anyone can do it, it's you.
I don't know about that, but we'll try.
All right, Zach Workman, your stage 1 winner. Once again, congratulations, Zach. Nice job. As the lights are out, We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Our front row made up of Dave Hunt and Jeff Crosby Jr. Dave Hunt not coming down pit road. Trying a little bit of a different strategy. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are back underway. David Overstreet in the 46, still on pit road. See if Overstreet can get back out there. Meanwhile, the field trying to get back up to speed. Dave Hunt pulling way far ahead of the 33, and that allows the 81 of Dustin Logston to make the move up into the second lane. So Logston, the race leader, down the backstretch, but things could change through turns 3 and 4 as the 53 of Dave Hunt surging back ahead. Steve Rada, who is in desperate need of a yellow flag not too many laps ago, got that yellow flag, got back into the pack, and he is taking full advantage of it as he is now sitting as the second car on the inside line. So Dave Hunt in the 53, using a little bit of pit strategy to gain some track position. He's going to be 5 laps shorter on fuel than the rest of the field. Ooh, and a little bit of a hip check, and around goes Dustin Logston. And our 5th yellow flag comes out. Zach Fritsch turned around. Dustin Logston turned around. Kenny Reel getting involved in this one. Gabe Butler in his second one of the day. Sean McCarra in his 4th or 5th one. It looks like Sean McCarra not able to avoid anything so far. Doesn't look like any of it has been Sean McCarra's fault. Just wrong place, wrong time. Our 5th yellow flag is out, and with that, we're going to step away for a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Warning, the following stunts are performed by idiots or under the supervision of stupider idiots. If you attempt to reenact any of these idiotic stunts you will see, you will be left.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the lights are out on our pace car. Field racked and stacked and ready to get after it. 5 yellow flags have slowed this race down. We're working lap 31. Dave Hunt, Logan Helton on the front row for the restart. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Down the backstretch the field goes as they try and gain speed. Adam Schramm, Robert DuPont, only 2 cars out of the race so far. David Overstreet, multiple laps down, scored in 23rd spot. 22 cars still on the race lead lap. Car running in 22nd is the 11 of Kenny Reel. That 11 heavily damaged, just trying to get to the end of stage 2 before burning that fast repair. Kenny Reel wounded, but using some strategy, trying to hold on to that fast repair as long as possible. Got one car up in the 3rd lane, running all by himself. That's the 46 of David Overstreet trying to stay out of the way. At the front of the field, the 53 and the 63. Doing battle side by side. As the battle at the front continues to be a side-by-side battle. Everyone bunched up nice and tight. Except for the 11 of Kenny Reel is falling back, unable to stay in that lead draft. Meanwhile, everyone else separated by 1.3 seconds. Lynn McNeese at the tail end of this lead pack, following behind the 13 of Andy Brigante. Lynn McNeese carrying us around. Another lap completed. Getting closer to the end of stage number 2. This one going to end at lap 50. Kenny Reel just a few seconds in front of this pack. Going to get swallowed up here before the end of the stage, but he will be the only car one lap down as everyone else is in this group. They are all on the lead lap. Logan Helton in the 63 and Dave Hunt in the 53 have remained at the front of this pack since the drop of the green flag, or since our restart. Looks like the field kind of settling in, trying to log some laps. Dan Harrington in the 82, second car in the outside lane. Kenny Reel in the 11 moves up to the outside, going to allow the field to flash on past. That will put the 11 one lap down, and the only car 1 lap down. So the field might look calm right now, but I can tell you the drivers behind those steering wheels all are doing calculations in their head. Every single one of them trying to figure out what is going to be the best move for them as we get closer to the end of this stage. Nate Warren in the 16, following in behind the 85 of Adam Kilday. David Overstreet in the 46, trying to use the third lane. Overstreet multiple laps down. Kenny Reel pulls into pit road. Logan Helton in the 63, making a move to the outside, falling back. Helton dropping back here. And on the pit road comes quite a few drivers. Not able to make it to the end of the stage. Logan Helton, one of those drivers on the pit road. Zach Workman, our stage 1 winner, will inherit the race lead. As several more drivers going to peel off. Don McCara, Zach Workman, Peter DeBorgia, they all stay out. Getting closer to the end of the stage. Going to be our final time around for stage number 2. Zach Workman has the race lead. Peter DeBorgia trying to follow. Three-car battle for the stage win. Workman, Gabe Butler, and Peter DeBorgia, here they come. At the line, it looks like it's going to be the 88 of Gabe Butler. Butler picks up the stage win. We stayed green. Workman brings it second, Peter DeBorgia third. But maybe the 88 out of fuel as he is slowing down. Butler still soldiering on. He's got to get to pit road under his own power. As Gabe Butler makes it around, he will be credited with the stage. John McCara crawling on the pit road. A lot of drivers tried to stretch this as far as they could. Butler making it on the pit road. So Gabe Butler doing an excellent job at conserving as much fuel as possible. Going to pick up stage number 2. Gabe, this KR up in the booth. Got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, man.
Well, it looked like a stage 2 win for you. Is it going to stick?
Yeah, I think so. I ran out of fuel there going down the backstretch under caution, but I was able to catch the pace car and make it back under my own power, so I think I'm good.
It looked like you were going to be good, but wanted to make sure. Man, great strategy to try and stretch the fuel as far as you did. How nervous were you coming to the end of the stage?
I mean, I was okay there because I was really saving hard in the bottom lane, and when I moved up, that fuel just started really dissipating, and I wasn't expecting the guys in front of me to actually back out of it, but obviously they were too close to take a chance, so I just said, hell, I've made my bed now, I might as well stick with it and see what happens. Worked out.
Well, the 88 picks up its 5th stage win of the season. Gabe, putting on a dominant performance in stage wins and points earned. What's it going to take to get you into victory lane this season?
Oh my God, man. Just surviving the damn race. Getting killed here lately, but I mean, super speedway, it is what it is. I mean, it's, you know, a lot of luck involved in this type of stuff, so we'll see.
All right, man. Well, the 88, no stranger to victory lane, so it's going to happen sooner or later, especially with the performances you're putting in. Like you said, luck's got to come your way sooner or later.
Yeah, we hope so, but like I said, we'll see what happens and hope for the best.
All right, man. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add?
Yeah, big shout out to yourself, KR. Hope you had a happy new year, and OP and Team Bootknocker.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, your stage 2 winner from Team Bootknocker, Gabe Butler, driver of the 88. Congratulations, Gabe. Nice job. So with that, we look forward to stage number 3. The Butler, our stage 2 winner, adding his 5th stage win to the season. So far this race, the stages have gone to people who have already had stage wins. Zach Workman picking up multiple stage wins this season, and Gabe Butler with multiple stage wins. Here we go, Logan Helton on the front row for the restart along with Zach Fridge. As we are back underway off into turn number 1, the 12 and the 63. Dave Hunt pushing hard on the 12. The 13 of Andy Brigante getting into the mix. As Logan Helton in the 63. Single file down on the bottom, that single line. A lot of cars on that inside lane. Zach Fritsch trying to battle back to the 63. Two cars not making as much energy as that inside line. Andy Brigante helping the 63 stay out in front. As Zach Fritsch makes the move down in the inside lane. Dave Hunt in the 53, now trying to surge ahead. Three wide with the 46 of David Overstreet leading in the third lane. Overstreet multiple laps down. As Logan Helton in the 63. Dropping back down in front of the 12. Logan Helton, our new race leader. Coming around to complete lap 60. 94 laps are scheduled distance here in stage 3. 21 cars on the lead lap. 24 cars took the green flag here tonight. Robert DuPont, early exit, early crash, lap 1 for him. Dropped out of this race. Adam Schramm scored in 25th, was supposed to take the green flag, but unable to make it out. He has scored 25th. David Overstreet still multiple laps down in the 46, but he is battling at the front of this pack, trying to get one of those laps back the hard way. And then the 11 of Kenny Reel in 22nd, still with that damage, trying to make it around to the end of this race. He is now 2 laps down, 2 laps down, but he leads David Overstreet in that category of getting that free pass. Oh, in trouble at the hard end of the outside wall. Dan Harrington in the 82. Dustin Logston goes spinning. And our 7th yellow flag of the night has come out. Hard impact for Dan Harrington. Anthony English gets shuffled out of the way, but blessing in disguise as he was able to clear all the mayhem. Dustin Logston in the 81 spinning like a top. So 7th yellow flag comes out. Everyone making their way onto pit road. Lights are going to go out on the pace car this time. Kenny Reel making his way off of pit road, back on the lead lap. Front row for this restart going to be the 19 of Zach Workman and the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Row 2, the 44 of Anthony English and the 16 of Nate Warren. Shane Ward and Sean McCara will make up row number 3 for this restart. $22 cars on the lead lap now. Pace car down and away. We'll put 66 laps in the book. The green flag will come out on lap 67. Here we go. Green flag is back out. We are underway once again. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 finds himself fourth car on the inside line. A little bit of a wiggle out of the 19 is Zach Workman. Able to hold on to it. Mark Mann, Logan Helton jumping up to the third lane. Lyndon McNeese going to join them up there as well. Mark Mann gaining some ground in that third lane. Mark Mann used that third lane to poke his nose out to the race lead. Can't quite clear the middle lane to drop down to the inside. But that third lane showing some power here late in the race. Zach Workman, our stage 1 winner, leading the charge down on that yellow line. Matt Critch in the middle and Mark Mann up on the top shelf. So as we battle 3 wide down the backstretch, down to 24 laps to go. Workman now in the middle lane, trying to make that car as wide as possible, dropping back down to the bottom. Anthony English in the 44 had kind of a quiet race. We've seen him in a few tussles. But now he finds himself at the front of the field. The 44 of Anthony English leading on the inside lane. .21 cars separated by 1.3 seconds. Eric Laurie in the 071 at the back of the pack here, behind the 88 of Gabe Butler. Down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Jane Ward in the 39, pushing hard on the 44. Workman sliding down in front of Anthony English. That gives the 12 the lead in the middle lane. Mark Man, Logan Helton's continuing to work on that third lane. Seems to have fizzled out just a little bit. Still have one more pit stop to make as that third lane blends in with the second. Kenny Reel in the 11 gonna get swallowed up again. Kenny Reel gets out of the way and back down to one lap he will go. With 18 laps to go, the field getting too wide. Lynn McNeese getting shuffled up into the third lane. Going to see these guys come down pit road one more time here in the next few laps. Right now, the 19 of Zach Workman is our race leader. Everyone trying to find a slot down on the inside line, telling me they're getting ready for green flag pit stops. And here comes our first group. Anthony English, Mark Mann on the pit road. Jeff Crosby Jr., Adam Kilday, Logan Helton, Lynn McNeese, Dan Harrington all hit pit lane this time. Zach Fritsch stays out. John McCarron, the 71, trying to take over the race lead while the 12 holds the yellow line. And Fritchie going to lead a group of drivers on the pit road. John McCarron, Dave Hunt electing to stay out. So with that, Sean McCara is our race leader. But he will have to hit pit road here before too long. It looks like this group of 3 drivers going to peel off for pit road. David Overstreet in the 46, last on pit road on lap 62, so he has not yet come down pit lane for the final time. Of our drivers who have pitted, the 44 of Anthony English gonna surge ahead, and Anthony English looks to inherit the lead as they make their way onto the front stretch. Logan Helton in the 63, gonna try and charge on the outside lane. Second lane falling apart just a little bit, allowing Anthony English to hold on to the race lead. English sliding up in front with the 85 of Adam Kilday. Kilday making a move for the race lead. He's going to use that second line. It looks like a lot of drivers up in the second line right now. Anthony English and Adam Kilday side by side. Into the corner. 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. right there. As Dustin Logston going to be swallowed up and go one lap down. Logston being assessed a speeding penalty, which is what has caught him off. So Kilday sliding down to the inside line. That puts the 63, the line leader, in the middle. Mark Mann in the 04, pushing on his back bumper. And Nate Warren and Peter DeBorgia up in the third lane trying to get to the front of this field. Down to 10 laps to go. Five cars in the third lane trying to hold on and build enough energy to start shuffling through. Send each one down to the inside lane. But the 85 and the 63 are going to make a very strong pair to try and get around. Then the 33 and the 44, no slouches as well. They are down on that yellow line. So the laps winding down in this race, and the 16 finally clears, drops down to the inside. That leaves the 42 in the third lane as the line leader. 85 of Adam Kilday still holding on in the middle lane. But the 16 went from the top to the bottom. Logan Helton now making a move outside behind the 85. Oh, and we got one into the wall. Peter DeBorgia hard into the wall. Zach Workman collected as well. Our 8th yellow flag of the night gonna come out. Workman in the 19, heavy damage for him. Once again, Sean McCarra collected in one. Zach Fritsch able to squeeze through. A hard impact for the 42 of Peter DeBorgia. So now with 6 laps to go, the field slows down. Anthony English in the 44 looks to be scored as our race leaders. The field going to get bunched up behind the pace car. Not a whole lot of takers for pit road. Lights should go out on the pace car this time by. So as we get stacked up 2 by 2, Kenny Reel chiming in, finally burned that fast repair. Held on to it as long as he could inside of 10 laps. Decided to finally pull the trigger. We'll see what he can do now that car's up to 100%. Got some work to do as he's at the back of the field here. Here we go. Pace cars out of the way. The green flag is out. We get back into it. Gonna have 4 laps to go this time by. Warren in the 16 has the race lead. Anthony English in the 44. He wants to take over. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33. Can he push the 16 clear of the 44 and move up to the second lane? Meanwhile, Gabe Butler's up in the third lane. Big battle up in the top shelf. In the third lane, get rolling. Trouble. Oh, and we got them going all over and around they go, and the yellow flag is going to come out. Big time trouble just as they were heading off into turn number 1. The 88 of Gabe Butler getting caught up in it. Eric Laurie getting a piece of it, sliding through the grass. Adam Kilday, though, able to squeeze by without incident. Heavy impact for the 15. So Nate Warren going to inherit the race lead behind the pace car. And it's Anthony English, Steve Rada, Zach Workman, and Logan Helton, your top 5. Going to go into our first attempt at a green, white, checkered. So here we go. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get a green, white, checkered attempt here. On the front row for this restart, 44 of Anthony English and the 16 of Nate Warren. Here we go. Green, white, checkered attempt underway. Once we take the white flag, that'll do it. It's a race to the checkers. Down the backstretch we go for what could be the penultimate lap. No, I said that wrong. Never mind. It's the white flag lap. Either way, they're onto the front stretch. Here they come to take the white flag. 16 and Nate Warren at the line is our leader. Can he hold on to it around one or more time? Trouble behind them, but 3 wide at the front. Zach Workman, Shane Ward, and Nate Warren making their way 3 wide through 3 and 4. Here they come up off the corner. Contact, a little bit of pushing and shoving, but they stay straight. And the 16 out in front for the moment. But here comes some momentum as the 16 wiggles. And at the line, I believe it's going to be the 39 of Shane Ward. That finish was way too close to call, but timing and scoring putting Shane Ward on top for the moment. Is the 39 gonna bring his car around? Let's take a look at our results for this one. Shane Ward picking up the win. Zach Workman in second, and third going to Nate Warren. Eric Laurie and Zach Fritz gonna round out your top 5. Anthony English in 6th, 7th going to Kenny Reel. Andy Brigante 8th, 9th John McCara, and 10th is Mark Mann. 11th goes to Adam Kilday. Gabe Butler in 12th. 13th is Richard Kuhn. 14th Dave Hunt. 15th Peter DeBorgia. 16th Logan Helton. Lynn McNeese finishing in 17th spot. 18th goes to Jeff Crosby Jr. 19th Jeff Crosby Sr. Steve Rada in 20th, 21st, Dustin Logston, David Overstreet, 22nd, 23rd, Dan Harrington, Robert DuPont, 24th, and 25th goes to Adam Schramm. As the 39 continues to burn it down, Shane Ward picking up his first win here on a Monday night. Now let's start by talking to our race winner, and that is Shane Ward. Shane, congratulations on the race win.
Thank you.
Man, oh man, what a win this has got to be for you. Tell me about how you did it.
Honestly, it was earlier in the race. I think it was 42. Peter, I was leading the high line just before the stage, and I guess I wasn't side drafting the second line enough, being on the high side, and he went on the radio. He's like, side draft a little bit more, and as soon as I did that, as soon as I had somebody behind me, we were able to shoot forward. So when we got the white flag, I was like, I'm going to try that again. Got to try side drafting as much as I could, and I honestly don't know who was behind me. I thank them so much, but they just pushed the heck out of me from there, and the rest is just like, yeah.
Well, man, you pick up the win. Nice job. Congratulations. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you'd like to add?
Definitely want to thank the dude that was behind me. I'm gonna go on the thing and thank him anyways. I want to thank him for the push. I want to thank my sponsors, Crest Fire Extinguishers, NOS Energy. I want to thank my wife for actually, it's awesome. She gave me a brand new racing simulator, or racing seat for Christmas, and this was my first league race in the racing seat, and I got a pretty good result, so I want a huge shout out to her. Huge shout out to G Lightning Motors, my team, and to everybody else, OP, everybody that runs this, you guys as well for the broadcast. Yeah, everybody.
All right, man. Once again, congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you so much.
Shane Ward getting it done here tonight and picking up win here on Monday night in a new sim rig nonetheless. Now let's move on to our second place finisher, and that is the 19 of Zach Workman. Zach, congratulations on second place.
Oh man, I'm talking to you again. Oh,
you are
yay.
talking to me again, so job well done.
Yeah, we did something. Yeah, I didn't have a car for P2. That was pretty damaged, so I was actually kind of surprised how well we kind of kept up.
Well, tell me a little bit about this green-white checkered attempt and what you had to go through to get into second place.
Well, we had to go through some wrecks, of course. So we got through that. The two cautions ago, we got some damage on the right rear that Thomas said that we did, her spotter. So we got some damage there. I knew I wasn't great there, but we were in the top 10, so I'm like, I'll just kind of keep track position here. And then that last wreck, we kind of skated through pretty clean. But as you know, I stream on iRacing, and I was looking at my chat and I hit the wall. So yeah, I pulled a big dummy and gave myself probably like 40 seconds more damage on my right side that I had before. So I'm like, okay, car not great. I even told Nate before when he chose the outside lane, I'm like, you probably don't want that because this car is terrible, my guy. But yeah, somehow it kept up. Eric was giving me a hell of a push. I don't know where he came from. I could barely recognize him because he's got this gray and red car. And I don't know why he doesn't have a John Deere on the Xfinity car, but someone needs to do that pronto. But yeah, Eric was giving me a hell of a push there. We're kind of, me and Ward were rubbing up there, and I thought we were going to squirt on by, but no, we'll take a P2.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything else you need to add?
I got to shout out Eric, just giving me that good push. He gave me a chance, fighting chance. That's all we need. Got to also thank No Presta with Kenny, and yeah, that's about it. Again, Adam, we need a motherboard for this poor man so he can actually get through a race and not like do 5 laps and quit. Got to also thank Lockwood for coming aboard. He is our spotter. He was spotting Kenny most of the night, but gave me a few clears and whatnot. Got to thank the OP admins for doing their job. Jimmy Reynolds also had a little procedure done, so I hope he's resting up and watching us race. Always like to make that man proud, so hopefully he's looking up proudly. Gotta thank you, KR, for watching us go in circles. You know, you could be doing other stuff, but you do this. And even solo tonight. Where's Dave, man? Did you fire him? What the hell? Need some Dave action.
busy. He's busy.
Dave's got a life and you don't, so.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta shout out Dave for getting out.
Well, man, nice job, and once again, congratulations.
All right, thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you again someday, probably.
Yeah, that is Zach Workman, our second place finisher here tonight. Now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium. Driver of the 16, that is Nate Warren. Nate, congratulations on third place. Thought for sure you were going to pick this one up.
Yeah, it was a tough third to swallow. As you can see, I escaped after my podium. Didn't even think to go buzz around in the grass or something. That was a bummer. I was, it's a long build up for me to finish these races off and make the right moves. And I was on a pretty good run of stringing them together there, but yeah, I missed it by that much.
Well, either way, a third place finish on a Monday night is a good finish by most people's standards. So it's always a good thing to be upset.
After stage one and kind of before those overtimes, that was some good racing there for a bit. You got to agree. That was pretty good. I was happy, even for a small field.
Well, man, you did great.
Oh, dude.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, man. Dude, my lap one wreck. Dude, the noise that it made when I plowed into work, man, dude, it was just so comical to me. I always kind of tote myself as like a cleaner driver, but gosh, man, that was one of the most boneheaded wrecks of the year. I bet you thought this was gonna be the worst race, man. But yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know.
Had its moments.
This race had its moments, but it was a good race. I enjoyed it. So glad you enjoyed it too. Shout outs, thank yous, final I love yous before we let you go.
Shout out to my beautiful wife, Adrian. We're expecting a baby here this week. So pretty exciting. You might miss me for a Monday or two here. And if you do, it's because got a new baby boy. And I was running the Toyota tonight. Shout out to my Toyota crew at work. And yeah, man, thanks for putting on the broadcast, KR.
All right, man. Well, nice job. And once again, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
That is Nate Warren, driver of the 16. Getting it done here tonight for that third podium spot. So that is going to do it for us here tonight. Make sure you join us this Wednesday night for the Grand National Series. And then join us next week on Monday night for the Bumpy Road 250. So until then, y'all stay safe. Have a good night, and we'll see you next week.